The UK has just announced new restrictions on remote work, and it's already affecting thousands of workers, students, and visa applicants. If you're planning to work in the UK or apply for a UK visa, this update is extremely important. Let me break down what's changing, who is affected, and what you must do to stay compliant. So, what exactly did the UK announce? The Home Office has clarified that remote work cannot be your primary working arrangement if you are on a UK-sponsored visa. This means that if you're a Tier 2 worker, a skilled worker, a health and care worker, or even some graduate visa holders, you must now follow stricter rules about where you work from. This isn't just a minor tweak, it's a significant policy enforcement. This change comes after the Home Office discovered that many employers were letting their sponsored workers work fully remotely. This was a direct violation of the sponsorship rules, which are designed to ensure that jobs are genuine and require a physical presence in the UK. Essentially, the government is cracking down on what they see as a loophole being exploited, ensuring that if you have a visa to work in the UK, you are actually working in the UK. At a physical workplace, the days of getting a UK visa for a 100% remote job based in another country are officially over. This clarification aims to protect the integrity of the immigration system and make sure sponsorship duties are taken seriously by employers. Now let's get into the specifics of what's allowed versus what's not allowed. This is crucial to understand. You are still allowed to have a hybrid work arrangement. So, working from home a few days a week and going into the office on other days is perfectly fine. Occasional remote work is also permitted. For example, if you need to work from home for a day due to a personal appointment or a delivery, that's generally not an issue. The key here is that your primary place of work is still your employer's office. What's absolutely not allowed anymore are fully remote roles. If a job has no physical reporting requirement to an employer's office, it cannot be sponsored. This also means you can't be based in another country for long periods while holding a UK work visa. The entire concept of a UK visa for a job that has zero office presence is now banned. So, if you're looking at a job offer from a company that is 100% remote, with no physical office space in the UK, they will not be able to sponsor your visa. This is a hard line that the Home Office is drawing. The rule is simple: your job must have a link to a physical UK location that you regularly attend. So, who is affected the most by this crackdown? It really hits three groups the hardest. First, skilled worker visa applicants who are applying for remote-first jobs. If you've been targeting those cool, fully remote tech startups, your strategy needs to change immediately. Many of those companies will no longer be eligible to sponsor you. Second, students who are planning to switch from a student visa to a skilled worker visa. A lot of students find jobs with online-only companies or startups that do not have a traditional office. Those opportunities are now off the table for sponsorship. You'll need to find an employer with a physical presence. And third, it affects workers who are already in the UK but have shifted from office-based work to a fully remote setup without reporting this change to the Home Office. If your employer has shut down its office and let you work from home permanently, your visa could be at risk if this change hasn't been properly documented and approved. If you fall into any of these three categories, you need to take action right away to ensure you remain compliant with your visa conditions. With these new rules, the pressure is also on UK employers. The Home Office now requires them to maintain much stricter records. Employers must keep proof of their office space, like a lease agreement. They need to show employee attendance records to prove that sponsored workers are actually coming into the office. And critically, they must report any changes to a sponsored worker's primary work location, including a shift to hybrid or remote work, within 10 days. Furthermore, when sponsoring a new worker, the employer has to prove that the role genuinely requires a physical presence in the UK. This means the job can't just be done from anywhere in the world. So what does this mean for you? If a company is fully remote and has no physical office, they likely won't sponsor any workers going forward. It's just too risky and complicated for them. Employers are now on notice, and they have to be much more diligent about their sponsorship duties. Okay, So what should you as a visa applicant or a current visa holder do right now? Here's your action plan to protect your application and your status. First, when you're job hunting, apply for roles with companies that have an actual office. Look for job descriptions that mention a physical workplace or a hybrid model. Second, actively avoid companies that advertise 100% remote work or work from anywhere if you need visa sponsorship. Even if they seem willing to sponsor, the Home Office will likely reject the application. Third, when you receive your certificate of sponsorship or costs, double-check that it clearly mentions your workplace location. This is a critical piece of evidence. Fourth, do not work from another country for extended periods without explicit approval from your employer and potentially the Home Office. And finally, keep your own evidence that you attend the workplace regularly. This could be things like travel tickets, office entry logs, or even email scheduling in-person meetings. Following this one rule about having a physical workplace can literally save your visa from refusal or cancellation. Now, let's talk about the consequences if you break these rules, because they are serious. For the employee, it could mean an immediate visa refusal if you're applying from outside the UK. If you're already in the UK, your visa could be cancelled, forcing you to leave the country. Your employer's sponsorship license could be revoked, which means they can't sponsor any international workers in the future. The employer could also face hefty fines for non-compliance. And for you, a visa refusal or cancellation could lead to being blacklisted from future UK visa applications for a period of time. This crackdown is very real, and the Home Office is not taking it lightly. So, please, don't take any chances with your immigration status. The risks are just too high. To sum it all up, remote work is still possible in the UK, but it cannot be your primary working arrangement if you are on a sponsored visa. Hybrid models are fine, but fully remote roles are now a no-go for sponsorship. More crackdowns are expected as the government continues to tighten immigration rules, so it's more important than ever to stay informed and follow the rules precisely. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Tell me in the comments, do you prefer remote work or a hybrid model? And would you like me to do a follow-up video breaking down the new UK employer compliance rules in more detail? Let me know below. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.